In the beginning of the drama, we see our female lead Shen, who after having breakfast in the morning, quickly heads to school. On the way, she stops at a small shop to get snacks. Just then, her eyes fall on an accident. A man, driving his car while using his phone, carelessly hits a delivery boy. Surprisingly, despite the fault being his own, the man starts shouting at the delivery boy. Angrily, he says that his car has been scratched and now the delivery boy will have to pay for it. The delivery boy, defending himself, says that the car driver had suddenly sped up and hit him, but instead of admitting his mistake, the man starts asking the people present there if anyone saw him cause the accident. Everyone stays silent. Just then, Shen quietly says that she saw everything with her own eyes. Hearing her words, the man gets angry and tries to scare her. He repeatedly asks her if she really saw everything. Out of fear, Shen starts stepping back. But just then, our male lead Lin arrives there. He stands directly in front of that man and says that he too saw the entire accident and the fault is that man's. Not only that, he now wants to forcibly take money from the innocent delivery boy too. Hearing this, the man gets even angrier and grabs Lin's collar. An argument starts between the two. Meanwhile, our second male lead, Lingong, standing a little distance away, records the entire incident on his mobile. When Shen's eyes fall on Lingong, she keeps looking at him for a while because he is a student of her own class. Then Lingong takes Shen's phone and calls the police. After the video comes forward, everyone gets to know the truth. People understand that the fault was the car driver's and he was trying to take money from the delivery boy in return. Now the crowd present there turns against that man. Meanwhile, Lin's eyes fall on Shen's school uniform. He asks if she is also a student of Chajin High School. Shen answers yes. Hearing this, Lin praises her courage. In a short while, the police arrive and take that man away. The police also thank Shen and Lin. Just then, they remember that they had come out to go to school and have been standing there for quite some time. Both immediately run from there and reach school on time. After that, when class ends and Shen comes out, some girls from another class are forcing her to bring snacks for them. Just then, Lin arrives there. In a joking manner, he says that after today, Shen will bring snacks not for anyone else, but only for him, because he is her teacher and Shen is his student. In reality, Lin is a slightly mischievous and dominant kind of boy in school. That is why the girls leave without arguing with him. After they leave, Shen asks in surprise, when did she become his student? On this, Lin smilingly says that when she came to school today, he had taught her how to ride a bicycle, so by that logic, he is her teacher. Saying this, he also leaves from there. On the other hand, Lingong is sitting in the classroom. Just then, a girl comes and gives him a letter. This is nothing new for him in school because many girls liked him and he often receives such letters. At that same time, Lin arrives there. Seeing the letter, he jokes that so many letters deserve a separate shop. After that, he picks up Lingdong's book and starts looking at it. This is not liked at all by Lingdong. He immediately takes his book back and says not to touch his things. But Lin grabs the book again. A tug of war starts between the two, and in this process, the book tears. Lin says he did not do it on purpose and will pay for a new book, but Lingdong does not want to hear his words. He complains to the teacher saying that he does not want to sit with Lin anymore because it is badly affecting his studies. The teacher asks him to sit there for now and assures him of a seat change after class end. In the next scene, sometime later, all students reach the sports ground. There, Lingdong puts forward a condition. He says that if Lin beats him in a race, then he will forget the book matter. But if Lin loses, he will have to change his seat. The race starts. In the beginning, Lin goes quite far ahead and it seems like the victory will be his. But in the last round, he loses his balance and falls. Seeing this opportunity, Lingdong starts moving towards victory. But just then, Lin also makes him fall. The result is that neither of them wins and another student becomes the winner of the race. Now Lingdong's anger increases even more. He goes directly to the principal and clearly says that he does not want to sit with Lin at any cost. After this, Lingdong tells the principal to please change his seat because sitting with Lin is badly affecting his studies. Just then, Lin also arrives there and hears his words. He jokingly says that something different is being said in front and something else is being said behind. Then he tells the principal that Lin has heard Lingdong is the smartest student of the class, so he wants to sit with him so that he can learn something. But Lingdong is not ready for this at all. The argument between the two is about to increase when Lin's father arrives there. He angrily scolds Lin, saying that he should not talk to his uncle like this. Hearing this, Lin is completely stunned. He comes to know that in a distant relationship, Lingdong is his uncle. Hearing this, he becomes even more troubled. There, Lingdong also jokes, saying that he too did not know that his nephew had grown so big. Hearing this, Lin irritatedly asks him to call him by his name. The next day, Shen comes with a letter written from her heart for Lingdong, but when the time comes to give it, her courage fails her, so she gives that letter to her best friend Ning. Ning goes to secretly put the letter in Lingdong's notebook, but by mistake, she puts it in Lin's book. A little while later, when both girls see that letter in Lin's hand, they are shocked. Seeing them so nervous, Lin jokingly says that is it such a big deal that a letter came to him. He tells that in his old school he used to get many such letters. On the other hand, Shen's worry was increasing. She was afraid that if Lin read that letter, all her feelings would come in front of everyone. So both girls start planning to somehow get that letter back. After thinking a lot, Shen makes an excuse and takes Lin to the ground, telling him that she wants to learn how to ride a bicycle. Meanwhile, Ning sends aiming somewhere on some work, and as soon as she gets the chance, she starts searching for the letter in Lin's bag, books, and notebooks. But even after searching a lot, she does not find that letter. Meanwhile, instead of teaching cycling, Lin was making Shen do all kinds of exercises. Just then, Shen's eyes fall on his pocket, and she understands that the letter is kept there. Now their entire plan had failed. So Shen makes an excuse saying that she does not want to learn cycling anymore, and both return back towards class. On the other hand, when Ning does not find the letter, she tells the entire truth to Lingong. She says that the letter was actually written by Shen for him, but by mistake it reached Lin. Hearing this, Lingong also starts helping them try to get the letter back. When Lin is finally about to open the letter, Ning calls the teacher. The teacher thinks Lin is using his phone in class, so she confiscates it. Lin is forced to give his phone, but saves the letter. A little later, as soon as he tries to open the letter again, Ning complains again that Wiming is using his phone. Poor Wiming is not doing anything, but still his phone gets confiscated too. He cannot understand why he was suddenly complained about. After the teacher leaves, Lin sits comfortably and prepares to read the letter. Just then, Lingong quickly comes and snatches the letter from his hand and says that such things distract from studies. Hearing this, Lin laughs. But from under the desk, he takes out a pile of letters that Lingong had received and says that a person who receives so many letters every day should not lecture others. Then Lingong puts forward a condition. He says that if Lin beats him in an 800-meter race, he will return the letter. First, Lin tries to act innocent and says that first his letter was snatched and now a condition is also being put in exchange. But when Lingong says that on winning, he will not only give him the letter, but will also stop calling him his nephew, Lin immediately agrees. Before the race starts, both hide the letter in the voting box in which votes were to be cast for the best student of school that day. As soon as they leave, Shen tries to open the box and take out the letter but is not successful. Meanwhile, Lingong and Lin are going towards the ground. On the way, Lingong makes an excuse of going to the washroom and comes back. When he returns, he sees that the class monitor is taking the voting box away. On the other hand, Lin keeps waiting for him on the ground. After waiting for a long time when Lingong does not come, he angrily comes back to class. Coming there, he finds out that the box in which his letter was kept is also missing. At the same time, an announcement is made on the school speaker that the result of the best student selection will be announced soon. This meant that the voting box would be opened and the letter inside it could come in front of everyone. Thinking this, Shen gets nervous. There, Lin also did not want that letter to fall into the teacher's hands. For this reason, he makes a strange plan. With the help of ropes, he ties himself like a superhero and tries to snatch the letter from above. But his plan fails completely. He hangs in midair and the entire school starts laughing seeing him. Just then, the teacher shows the letter in his hand and says that if it is his letter, then he will have to read it aloud in front of everyone. Hearing this, Shen's heartbeat increases. But when Lin starts reading the letter, he realizes that this is not the letter written by her. In that letter, someone had thoroughly criticized Lin. It was written that he is the most stupid student of the school and has absolutely no brain. It was even written that when God was distributing brains among humans, he was probably wandering somewhere else. The entire hall rings with laughter and all students start laughing at Lin. There, Lin keeps thinking that the letter for which he worked so hard had his own humiliation written in it. After that, Shen starts wondering where her real letter went. Just then, we get to see a flashback. It is revealed that when the class monitor was taking the voting box, Lingong had cleverly taken the box and taken out the real letter from it. When he reads that letter alone, a slight smile comes on his face. In that letter, Shen had written that she had gathered the courage of her entire 17 years of life to write this letter. She had described Lingong as her ideal and written that he is as special to her as a rose is to a prince. She had also compared him to a star shining in the sky. In the entire letter, Shen had praised Lingong wholeheartedly, and reading all this, Lingong smiles for the first time seeing that letter. In the next scene, we see Lin going towards the gym to practice basketball. Going there, he sees that some students from another section are practicing comfortably, while a boy from his own class is busy cleaning balls and doing small tasks for them. Seeing this, Lin feels strained. When he asks, he finds out that whoever wants to practice there has to first do those boys' work. This is not liked at all by Lin. He immediately goes to those students and challenges them. He says that if he wins the match, then the students of his class will not have to do anyone's work anymore, and they can practice there freely. All students accept his challenge. After that, one by one competitions start, and Lin keeps defeating everyone. Finally, those students' Captain Bipong also enters and challenges Lin too. Slowly, news of this competition spreads throughout the school. Even many teachers arrive to watch the match. As soon as the match starts, Lin plays brilliantly and finally defeats Bipong too. Unable to bear the defeat, Bipong gets filled with anger. He picks up the ball and throws it towards Lin, but that ball is about to hit a female teacher. Just then, a teacher comes in between and stops the ball. Understanding his mistake, Bipang immediately apologizes and the matter ends there. The next day, a tree planting program is organized in school. Like all students, Lin also brings his own plant. He is just about to plant it when Bipang arrives there and starts a fight again. Angrily, he throws his ball towards Lin, but Lin steps back and escapes. In reply, he picks up his plant and throws it towards Bipang. Initially, Bipang easily catches it, but the very next moment he realizes that it was a cactus. Its thorns poke into his palm and he starts screaming in pain. The funny thing is that along with him, Lin and the others also start shouting loudly. Seeing their act, Bipang gets irritated and leaves from there. After he leaves, Lin turns towards San and the others and says that they had seen that he threw the ball first, so if he complains, both of them will testify in his favor. The next morning, as soon as all students reach school, they find out that a plant has fallen and broken on the ground. The principal gets very angry about this. First, he scolds the teacher who had asked students to bring plants. When Lin reaches class, all students start accusing him. Everyone thinks that he must have broken the plant because the previous evening he had left school last. Hearing this, Lin becomes very sad. He had not done anything, but no one was believing him. At that same time, outside he sees Lingong examining the place where the plant had fallen. Lin goes near him and asks if he is searching for evidence against him, but Lingong says that he believes Lin did not break the plant. Then, pointing towards marks on the ground, he tells that the plant fell because something heavy had hit it. Hearing this, Lin immediately remembers Bipang. He goes to him and questions him. Then Bipang laughingly accepts that he had broken the plant. In a flashback, it is shown that he had knocked down that plant in anger. But he also says that there is no evidence against him. So whoever is guilty, the punishment will be given to Lin. Hearing this, Lin gets angry. He says that if there is enmity, then fight face to face, not by putting false accusations. But Bipang cleverly locks him in a room and goes away, locking it from outside. Initially, Lin tries to open the door but is not successful. A little later, the lights also go off. As soon as it becomes dark, his old fears and painful memories start returning. His fear of closed rooms slowly starts breaking him, and his condition becomes bad. By night, the entire school had become empty, so his voice could not reach anyone. On the other hand, Lingong suddenly remembers Lin while going home. He feels something is wrong and comes back to school. Reaching school, he breaks the door of the room and brings Lin outside. His condition is so bad that he could not even walk properly. Bringing him outside, Lingong pours water on his face, which brings him to his senses. Then he asks why he had fainted there. Then, for the first time, Lin tells about his fear. He says that he is very scared of closed rooms. The next day, he tells the principal the entire matter and accuses Bipang, but without evidence, the principal refuses to believe him. Not only that, he says that if the real culprit is not found, Lin will be expelled from school. Hearing this, Lin breaks down. He comes to class and starts packing his things. Everyone is present there. Just then, suddenly a recording starts playing on the class speaker. In the recording, it is clearly heard that Bipang himself is accepting that he had broken the plant and that no one has evidence against him. As soon as this is heard, the entire truth comes in front of everyone. Now the accusation on Lin is removed and all students apologize to him. Later, it is revealed that this recording was made by Lingong at the same time when Lin had gone to talk to Bipang. A few days later, a new girl comes to their class whose name is Miso. She was quite popular in school. As soon as she arrives, almost all students start talking to her. The next day, the teacher makes an important announcement. She tells that like every year, this year too, a talent competition is going to happen between their school and another school. The student who gets the most votes will represent the school. Every year, Emojia was chosen for this competition. But this time, surprising everyone, Shen gets the most votes. Seeing this, one of Miso's friends starts getting jealous. She says that this year too, their school will not win any prize. But Lin immediately stands up. With full confidence, he says that Shen can definitely win, and she will win the competition. After this, all friends start practicing together every day. Lingong teaches them the details of music and singing, while Lin teaches her to play guitar. Finally, the day of the competition arrives. All students reach the other school, but a problem arises. Lingong had not arrived yet, and his phone was also coming switched off. Actually, on the way while coming by bicycle, a car had hit him. He had minor injuries, and his phone had also broken. Meanwhile, the competition had started. One by one, all participants' presentations got over, and now Shen's team's name was being called. Everyone was nervous because without Lingdong, their presentation was incomplete. And just then, at the very last moment, Lingdong comes running there. As soon as Lingdong arrives, Lin goes to him and starts arguing, wanting to know why he came so late. But just then, Ming comes in between and stops him and says that now is not the time to fight. First, they should focus on their performance. After this, all friends reach the stage and start their presentation. Their performance is so brilliant that the audience present there is mesmerized. The entire hall rings with thunderous applause. Finally, their team wins the competition. In the happiness of this victory, all friends celebrate together. During that time, Lingong apologizes for arriving last. Then Lin asks him why he was not picking up his phone. Just then, his eyes fall on Lingdong's broken phone. He asks about it, but Lingong does not tell anyone about his accident. On the other hand, when Shen reaches her home and gives the news of winning the competition to her parents, both become very happy. Her father says proudly that their daughter has even left them behind. There, her mother becomes so excited that she starts looking for the right place to keep the trophy. The next day, as soon as all students reach school, they start praising Shen. But Miso, who was getting jealous inside, tauntingly says that winning just one competition does not make anyone great. Just then, Ning immediately replies that if she is jealous, then she should say it directly. There is no need to make useless talk. Meanwhile, Lin had been worried for Lingong ever since he saw his broken phone, so he buys a new phone for him and brings it. But Lingong refuses to take that phone. Despite this, Lin tries to forcibly give it to him. This is not liked by Lingong and he scolds him loudly in front of the entire class. Seeing this, Lin also gets upset because his intention was only to help. A little later, Lingong realizes that he had overreacted, so he himself comes to Lin and sits beside him. Then he asks him a question and jokingly brings up an old matter. But instead of answering, he takes out his notebook and gives it to Lin and says that exams are coming so he should focus on study. After this, both sit together and start studying. During that same time, something else interesting happens. Miso had already published her written book. She distributes copies of it in class. All students praise her a lot. Everyone says that along with being good in studies, she has also written her own book, which is a very big thing. That night at home, Shen is reading Miso's book. Just then, her eyes fall on a poem which she remembers reading somewhere else. On looking carefully, she finds out that the poem has been copied from another book. The next day, she directly talks to Miso about this. First, Miso gets nervous and asks if she's going to tell everyone about this. But Shen assures her that she has no such intention. She says that Miso is very talented and she did not even need to copy. Hearing this, Miso for the first time speaks from her heart. She says that her mother is a very famous writer. Since childhood, everyone has very high expectations from her. The more good she does, people's expectations increase even more. She is always afraid that everyone will find out that she is not as perfect as people think. Then, Shen also gives the example of her own life. She tells that when she gets low marks, her mother scolds her, but later also makes good food for her because she knows she tried her best. She advises Miso that she should also tell the truth to her mother. If she truly understands her, then she will definitely listen. Along with this, she promises that she will not tell anyone about this copying matter. Hearing this, Miso becomes happy and this matter remains a secret between the two. Sometime later, all friends were sitting together in the canteen. Just then, Miso especially brings chicken for Shen. Seeing this, Lin finds it very strange. He jokingly asks if poison has been mixed in it. Ning is also surprised at how Miso suddenly became so nice. But Ming says that if someone is behaving nicely, then there is no need to be suspicious. After this, everyone eats that food together. Meanwhile, that same night, Miso tries to talk to her mother. She wanted to tell her about her troubles, but her mother, as always, remains busy in her own talk and does not listen to her properly. The next day, as soon as school begins, a big commotion arises. Posters are put on the school walls which clearly showed that Miso had copied lines in her book from another source. Seeing this, she completely breaks down. She immediately feels that all this must have been done by Shen because only she knew about this secret. Angrily, she goes to Shen and says that she had trusted her, but she had broken her trust. The situation becomes so bad that Miso's mother arrives at school and decides to get her name removed and send her to another school. That night, Ming secretly goes to meet Miso. He wanted to know if she was really leaving school or not. In conversation, Ming starts talking about his own mistake. He accepts that he too has lied many times in life, made excuses when homework was not done, and even sometimes looked at others' answers in exam. Then he tells Miso that every person makes mistakes. Some do it earlier, some will do it later. But the most important thing is to understand your mistake and correct it. He explains to her that it is not right to consider yourself completely guilty because of just one mistake. And hearing these very words of his, Miso becomes a little calm for the first time. After this, Ming tells Miso that a bigger mistake than making a mistake is when a person starts running away from it instead of accepting it. Hearing his words, Miso says nothing and quietly leaves from there. The next day, something happens in school that no one expected. Miso herself goes in front of the school mic and apologizes to all teachers and students. She accepts in front of everyone that she had copied in her book and in the future she will not make such a mistake again. Along with this, she also promises to improve herself with her own hard work and talent. Seeing this, Ming becomes very happy because now Miso was not leaving school. On the other hand, Lingong and Lin are trying to find the person who had put those posters outside school. They had come very close to the truth, but just then Shen stops them. Lin asks in surprise why she is doing this. After all, everyone was blaming her. But Shen says that the matter is now over, and she does not want anyone else to face the same trouble that she faced. Sometime later, Miso herself apologizes to Shen. While returning home, Lin explains to Shen that if the real person never comes forward, then people will always think that she was the one who put the posters. Hearing this, Shen gets a little upset and jokingly says that it seems both of them were helping her not for her sake, but to save their own reputation. During this time, Ming arrives there and first apologizes to Shen, then also apologizes to Lingong and Lin for his behavior. All three forgive him easily, and their friendship becomes like before. A few days later, a basketball competition is announced in school. Lin is the captain of his team, while on the other side, Bipeng is handling the command of his team. But there was one problem. Lin's team was short of players, so he tries to include Lingong in the team. Lingong clearly refuses. He said that he needs to study, and anyway, he does not know how to play basketball. But Lin was not among those who accept defeat. He keeps trying to convince him again and again. He even jokingly says that he will give him free training. One day, Lingong and Shen are sitting together and studying. Just then, Lin also arrives there. First, Shen asks a question and Lingong explains it to her. Then Lin also asks his question. But his question is not related to studies, but to the shortage of players for the team. This time too, Lingong gives him a book and says that if he completes this book, then he will consider joining his team. Now Lin gets into studying with full hard work. Soon he finishes the book and finally Lingong agrees to join his team. After this, they include other students too in the team. During the day, all practiced basketball and at night sat together and studied. Lingong helped all those students who were weak in studies. For this reason, Lin also starts working harder than before. One day, because of studying all night, he falls asleep in class. Just then, the math teacher calls him to the board to solve a difficult question. All students think that he will not be able to do this question. But Lin remembers that this same question was explained to him by Lingong the previous night. He goes to the board with confidence and solves the question in just a few minutes. Seeing this, even the teacher is impressed and the entire class starts clapping for him. In the next scene, sometime later, all students are doing their own preparation in the ground. Boys were practicing football while girls were busy preparing for dance. Just then, some girls from another section arrive there and start removing them. They say that now the ground is theirs, but Miso explains to them that the ground is big enough that all people can practice together. As the talk escalates, it reaches a fight. Just then, Bipeng and his team also arrive there and start trying to scare the girls. When the girls do not step back, Bipeng angrily throws the ball towards them. At that same moment, Lin steps forward and catches the ball and asks Bipeng to apologize to the girls. Of course, Bipeng does not apologize and an argument starts between the two again. But just then, a teacher arrives there and calms the matter. After this, Lin and his entire team decides that they will answer everyone by winning on the ground. After a few days of hard practice, the day of the competition arrives. As soon as the match starts, both teams perform brilliantly. The competition was so tough that neither team was ready to easily accept defeat. During the match, a player's elbow hits the face of one of the boys in Lin's team. His glasses break and he cannot see properly. Now the entire team gets worried. Just then, Lingong comes forward and says that he will play in his place. Hearing this, everyone is surprised because till today, no one had seen him play football. The match starts again, and as soon as he enters the field, Lingong scores a brilliant goal. Seeing his performance, his friends happily lift him on their shoulders and start celebrating. But this very mistake of theirs gives the other team a chance, and they immediately score a goal to level the score. Now everyone realizes that celebrating before the match ends was a big mistake. In the last minutes, both teams put in all their strength. Finally, Lin's team wins the match. After the match ends, even Bipeng cannot help but praise them. He accepts that their team is truly very strong. After this, Lin again goes after Lingong and starts convincing him to join his basketball team. Tired of this, Lingong takes him to a quiet place. There, in a flashback, we see his childhood memories where his father was teaching him to play basketball. Then he tells that he only knows how to score goals because after his father's death, he had stopped playing basketball altogether. Hearing this, Lin feels bad. He also shares his own story. He tells that his father was always busy with work. For this reason, there were often fights between his parents and finally they got divorced. Both friends play basketball for a while, share their heart's feelings, and then go to their respective homes. The next day, all friends are sitting in school discussing the next round of the basketball competition. During that time, Lin and Ming secretly go to watch Bipeng's team's practice. Ming starts listing the strengths of their team's players. Someone was expert in passing while someone in shooting. Hearing this, Lin gets a little nervous because the opposing team seemed quite strong, but he controls himself and says there is no need to worry. A little later, a teacher catches them hiding and spying there, and both have to run from there. Meanwhile, one day a special guest arrives in the practice hall. He is Coach Wu of the Hung Yuan team. The people who came with him say that they will select only one player from this competition who will get the chance of a trial for their international team. Hearing this, Lin and Bipong both become very excited because both of them dreamed of becoming part of that team. Then, the decisive match of the competition starts. This time, Lin's father also comes to the ground to cheer him. During the match, a ball comes fast towards Shen. To save her, Lingong steps forward. He saves her, but because of excessive fatigue, he himself faints. After resting for a while, the match starts again. Both teams struggle till the last moment. Lingong also scores a very difficult goal, which takes their team ahead. But in the happiness of victory, they become a little careless. There, Bipong takes advantage of the opportunity and scores a decisive goal at the last moment, and his team wins the match. Despite so much hard work and brilliant performance, losing makes all players sad. Lin is most disappointed because now his dream of going to the international team had broken. But the next day, when all friends reach school, they get a big surprise. They were thinking that Lin would still be in the shock of defeat, but he is busy cleaning the class in the morning. Seeing them, he laughingly says that instead of being frightened by defeat, they should work harder than before. Seeing his positive thinking, all friends are surprised. After this, all students get involved in studies with full dedication, and in no time, exams arrive. When exam results are announced and Lin finds out about his marks, he cannot believe his own eyes. First, he thinks that Lingong is joking with him, but when Lingong says again that he has truly got such good marks, Lin jumps with happiness. After this, everyone's holidays begin. The first few weeks, all friends roam around a lot and have fun, but sometime later, Lingong and Lin decide that now they should also focus on studies. On this matter, both reach Shen's home. There, Lingong says that throughout the year they had studied sitting together, and for this very reason, everyone's results were better, so group study is the best method. Shen also agrees with their talk. A few days later, all three gather at Lin's house to study. There, Lin's grandmother welcomes them with a lot of love. In between studying, they also play games and have a lot of fun. Once while studying, Lin accidentally spills water, due to which Lingdong's pants get wet. Then he gives him his panda outfit to wear. When Lingdong comes out wearing that dress, he looks extremely funny and cute. Seeing this, Lin laughingly says that this dress was perhaps made for him only. Slowly, the new year also arrives. Lingdong and Shen celebrate the new year with their respective families, but Lin was completely alone at home. His father had gone out on work, and his grandmother was also not at home. Knowing this, Lingdong and Shen reach his home so that he does not feel alone. All three celebrate the new year very happily together. Later, Lingdong also takes him to his home. There, his mother takes very good care of Lin. At night while going to sleep, Lingdong asks him if he snores. Lin says with full confidence that he never snores. But as soon as he sleeps, the sound of his loud snores starts echoing throughout the room. Poor Lingdong cannot sleep all night, and finally, troubled, he spreads his mattress on the floor and sleeps. A few days later, their class goes for outdoor camping. There, the teacher asks all students to play a team game. By coincidence, Lingdong, Lin, and Shen are in the same team, but both the boys keep arguing with each other all the time because of their mutual displeasure, due to which their practice also does not happen properly. At night, all students are sitting around the fire and talking. Just then, Ming starts telling a scary story. Hearing his story, Lin gets genuinely scared and gets up from there and goes outside. A little later, Lingdong also comes behind him and asks why he came outside. Then Lin tauntingly says that now he is not even in school, so why worry about him? On this, Lingdong jokingly says that after all he is his uncle, so taking care of him is his responsibility. Then he asks seriously what happened to him. Then Lin directly asks if his father had given him any scholarship. Lingdong is surprised at first, but then tells the truth that yes, he had received financial help. Hearing this, Lin says that now he understands why he used to help him. According to him, all the friendship was only because of money. Hearing this, Lingdong becomes very sad. He reminds him one by one how many times he had helped him without any selfishness, but Lin takes the wrong meaning of everything. Finally, Lingdong leaves from there in anger and sadness. After he leaves, Lin also starts feeling that maybe he said too much. Just then, Ming arrives there and explains to him that Lingdong has always been his good friend. He says that before making any decision, one should think from the heart. The funny thing is that when he talks about the heart, Lin puts his hand on his stomach. Seeing this, Ming scolds him and says that he is talking about the heart, not the stomach. This conversation between the two makes the atmosphere a little lighter. From the very next morning, Lin starts trying to convince Lingdong. At night, both are sitting near the campfire. During that time, Lin hears a sound from Lingdong's stomach and understands that he is hungry, so he sets out to get food for him. But where the food was kept, there was a lock. Just then, Lin reaches inside through the window and calls Lingong too. Both are just about to secretly take food when just then the teacher arrives there. Lingong immediately hides Lin. When the teacher starts coming closer, he jumps out through the window and runs away so that the teacher's attention goes towards him. But Lin cannot get out through the window because he starts remembering his old fear. Finally, the teacher goes after Lingong and Lin safely comes out. Later, the two meet again. In conversation, Lingong says that in the beginning, Lin used to trouble him a lot. But slowly, he became his best friend. He accepts that before, he always used to be alone. But Lin changed his life. Hearing this, Lin starts smiling and says that when he speaks, he says very sweet things. After this, he openly tells about his fear. He says that he is very scared of closed rooms and sudden bright light falling in the dark. Then he asks why Lingong can be his uncle when both have no blood relation. Then Lingong tells that his father and Lin's father were very good friends. For this very reason, family members treat them like relatives. The next day, the camp's team game happens. Ming and Miso's team wins while Shen's team comes last. Seeing this, Shen gets sad and starts blaming herself for the defeat. But Lin immediately encourages her. He says that crossing the finish line is victory, even if they came last. After camp ends, all students come back to school. During this time, Shen gets trapped in a new problem. She wanted to study arts in the future, but her mother thought that there is no future in this field. When she tells this to her friends, Lin jokingly says that she should secretly join an art class without telling her mother. When Shen says that the timing of her coaching an art class is the same, Lin starts giving strange advice like making clones. On this, Lingong jokingly says that first he should try this experiment on himself. Finally, Lingong makes a real plan. For some time, everything goes fine. But one day, Shen's mother sees her with Lingong and secretly takes a photo of them too. Reaching home, she shows the photo to Shen's father. Both think that Lingong might be their daughter's boyfriend. During investigation, they find another photo in which Lin is also seen with Shen. Now both husband and wife get even more confused about which of these two boys is their daughter's boyfriend. In the evening, when Shen comes home, her mother in a very normal way asks her who is that boy who helps her in studies. When Shen takes Lingdong's name, her mother immediately asks if it was that same boy who used to do group study with her during holidays. Hearing this, Shen immediately corrects her mother, saying that she used to go to Lin's home, not Lingdong's, for group study. On this, her father curiously asks which of these two boys is better, but controlling the atmosphere, her mother changes the topic. She says that both the boys help their daughter so much in studies, so they should invite them home for dinner. The next day, Shen tells this to Lingong and Lin. Both accept the invitation and arrive at her home in the evening. During dinner, Lingong and Lin keep serving food to each other. Seeing this, Shen's mother thinks to herself that both are so worried about each other, so how will she find out which of the two likes her daughter? A little later, Shen herself serves food to Lingdong's plate. Seeing this, her mother thinks that maybe he is her choice. But the very next moment, she also serves food to Lin. Now her parents get confused again. After this, they start asking both the boys different questions. When Lin tells that he comes to school by bicycle every day, they think that maybe his financial condition would be weak. But when Lingong also tells that he too comes by bicycle, their entire theory fails again. Finally, Shen tells them to stop interviewing both her friends and let them eat peacefully. After dinner is over, both boys go home, but Shen's parents' confusion remains as it was. While returning on the way, Lin and Lingdong also start joking on this subject. Lin asks which of them would have been liked more by uncle and auntie. Lingdong says with full confidence that obviously he would have been liked, but Lin does not back down either. He claims that auntie was looking at him again and again. Then Lingdong reminds him that while leaving, uncle had given him an orange. Both go home joking like this. Meanwhile, Shen is at home smiling again and again looking at her phone. Seeing this, her parents again start suspecting that maybe she is chatting with someone. As soon as she keeps her phone and goes out of the room, both secretly start checking her phone, but there they find no romantic chat. Actually, Shen is only reading a novel. Seeing this, her father says that they are probably suspecting her for nothing, as she is always busy with studies. After this, they directly ask her if she has a boyfriend. Shen clearly says no. The next day, she tells this entire story to Lingdong and Lin. Hearing this, both start laughing uncontrollably. Lin says that now he understands what the real purpose of the dinner was. They actually wanted to know which of the two is Shen's boyfriend. Then he curiously asks what her parents chose. On this, Shen laughingly says that her father understood as soon as he saw both of them that they are just her friends. Hearing this, Lin gets a big shock. He jokingly says that despite being so handsome, no no one even suspected him. Immediately, Lingong replies that maybe he was rejected at first sight itself. Both start their funny bickering again. Sometime later, Shen decides to make a sketch. This time, the responsibility of being the model is given to Lin. But his biggest problem was that he could not sit still in one place, even for a few minutes. Finally, Lingong goes and handles him and helps him keep his position stable. The result is that Shen draws both of them together in the sketch. During this same time, one day her mother finds out that she is secretly learning painting. This is not liked by her at all. She explains to Shen that right now painting seems fun to her, but in the future she will need a career and money. According to her, it is not easy to succeed in this field, but Shen for the first time stands firmly for her dream. She says that she knows this will not be easy, so she wants to start working hard from now itself. Still, her mother does not give her permission. Because of this, Shen cries a lot. Her father tries to explain to her that her mother is doing all this for her good future. Time passes and all students' entrance exams happen. When results come, all students get brilliant marks. Shen also happily tells her marks at home, but her parents behave normally and ask her to rest. Seeing this, she feels like maybe no one cares about her hard work. Sadly, she goes to her room. But as soon as she arrives there, her eyes widen in surprise. The entire room was filled with colors, brushes, and painting-related things. Actually, her parents had prepared this surprise for her. Just then, her mother comes to the room and jokingly asks if their daughter is going to cry with happiness. Seeing this, Shen's eyes truly get filled with tears. She understands that her parents are finally supporting her dream. Sometime later, all students start applying to universities. But one thing worries everyone. Lingong had not applied to any university yet. On the other hand, we find out that his mother's health has been continuously bad. One day he takes her to the hospital. When Lin finds out about this, he immediately reaches the hospital too. He helps them in everything from getting medicines to other small and big tasks. Once when he comes back, he sees Lingong crying alone in the washroom. He says nothing and just keeps watching him from far. A little later, when Lingong comes out, he asks why he is still there. But Lin clearly says that he will not leave him alone. After this, he keeps staying with him continuously. When Lingdong's mother's health becomes a little better, both start coming back to school. One day, Lin and Shen are talking. Just then, Lin says that since the seat next to him is empty, the class does not feel good at all. Just then, Lingdong's voice comes from behind. He smilingly says that he had not expected that anyone would miss him so much. Seeing him, both friends become very happy. A few days later, on Lingdong's birthday, his mother, Lin, and Shen together plan a surprise party for him. When the cake comes forward, it has maths formulas made on it too. Seeing this, everyone starts laughing. The next day, while returning home, Lingdong tells a serious matter. He says that he has decided not to go to university because he does not want to leave his mother alone. Lin is shocked hearing this. He knew that studying abroad was Lingdong's biggest dream, but Lingong tells that as a child, he had seen his father going to the emergency room, and he never came back. Now, he does not want to risk anything like that happening to his mother. Later, his mother also talks to him about this. She says that her illness cannot be more important than his dreams. She wants her son to move forward for his future. But Lingdong clearly says that right now, his biggest wish is to be with his mother. After this, summer holidays begin. All students tell their own holiday plans. Ming complains that during holidays, distant relatives come to his house with their children and turn the entire house upside down. Hearing this, Lin proudly says that he has no such problem. But as soon as he reaches home, his very mischievous cousin sister is waiting for him there. Now seeing his situation, the audience gets a lot of laughter. Meanwhile, Lingdong's mother again brings up the university matter. This time she gives a new suggestion. She says that if her son goes abroad, then she will also go with him. This way both will stay together and Lingdong's dream will also be fulfilled. Hearing this, Lingong takes a breath of relief for the first time. He feels that maybe now he can move towards his future without the fear of losing his mother. And with this hope, a new chapter of their life starts beginning. After this, school starts again. On the very first day of the new semester, Shen looks very sad. Seeing this, Lin asks her, "What is the matter? Is someone troubling her?" Then Shen tells her worry. She says that students more talented than her are working even harder than her. She is afraid that she might fail to get admission in the university. Hearing this, Lin laughingly says that there are still 4 months left for the exam. There is no need to be nervous right now. She should trust herself. Lingdong also supports his words. He says that if she keeps working hard continuously, then everything will be fine, and anyway, her friends are always with her. Hearing the words of both of them, Shen's confidence comes back. A little later, all students reach class. There, the teacher tells them that the college entrance exam is very close, so now they will have to work harder than before. After school ends, all 3 friends are returning home. On the way, Lin jokingly says that today Shen and Lingdong are both unusually quiet. Could it be that they are stressed about the entrance exam? Saying this, he moves a little forward, but suddenly his eyes fall fall on a woman. Seeing her, he stops completely. That woman is his mother. After many years seeing his mother in front of him, Lin becomes very happy. He sits with her and starts talking and enthusiastically tells about his friends. His mother smilingly says that she always wanted to meet him, but could not come because of the responsibilities of the younger son and work. Then she tells about her younger son that he is now 6 years old and is very excited to meet his elder brother. Hearing this, Lin smiles and says that the last time he had seen him, he was very small. Maybe he would not even remember him now. But his mother says that he remembers him well. After all, both are sons of the same mother. After this, Lin invites her to come to his home the next day so that she can meet grandmother and spend time together. But his mother says that the next day she has to go to meet her parents. After that, she will definitely come. The next day, Lin, Lingong, and Shen are sitting and studying. As always, Lingong gives him a pile of pages and says that these have to be translated from English to Chinese. Seeing the pile of pages, Lin immediately starts complaining. He says that translation also costs money. On this, Lingong calmly replies that tuition also costs money. As soon as he hears this, Lin quietly gets into the work. Sometime later, he goes to a restaurant to meet his mother. After eating food, he also gives her a tour of the entire city. While roaming, his mother asks if spending so much time with them will not affect his studies. On this, Lin proudly tells that before he was weak in studies, but now he has changed a lot. His friend Lingong always helps him, and now his marks have also started coming quite good. He also tells that he is the main player of the school's basketball team. He was telling about his achievements with great enthusiasm. But instead of happiness, worry was visible on his mother's face. A little later, she suddenly asks if he has ever thought about universities in Singapore. Lin immediately understands what she wants to say. He clearly says that his friends, his family, and his entire world is here. He does not want to leave everything and go anywhere. At that same time, his mother gets a phone call and steps away for a little while. When she comes back, Lin starts showing her his talent show video. He had hoped that his mother would be happy seeing this, but after the phone call, she appeared even more sad. A little later, Lin goes from there. As soon as he leaves, his mother calls his father. Then, for the first time, the real truth comes forward. She tells that she wants to take Lin with her to Singapore. When his father asks the reason, she tells that their younger son has leukemia and he needs a bone marrow transplant. All family members have been tested, but no one's bone marrow matched. Now their last hope is Lin. Here it is revealed that she had not come just to meet her son, but to ask for his help to save her younger son's life. Lin and his younger brother are indeed stepbrothers, but their mother is the same. For this very reason, the probability of their bone marrow matching was the highest. Meanwhile, that same evening, Lin prepares a bouquet of flowers for his mother. But as soon as he comes inside the house, his eyes fall on his father and grandmother's conversation. He silently hears everything. His grandmother is worriedly saying that if Lin really goes to Singapore, then who knows what will happen. She starts remembering old days when his mother had taken him abroad with her and later sent him back alone. Grandmother was afraid that this time too his heart might break. She also says that for so many years his mother never came to meet him, but now that she needs him, she suddenly remembered her son. During that time, the bouquet falls from Lin's hand and everyone finds out that he heard everything. Now his father directly tells him the truth. He tells that his younger brother has leukemia, and his help is needed for his treatment. A little later, his mother also arrives there and apologizes to him, saying that she knows she is sounding selfish. But Lin stops her words in between. Without any complaint, he says that he does not need any explanation. If his brother's life can be saved, then he is ready to go to Singapore. His grandmother tries to stop him and says that if he does not want to go, then no one can force him. But Lin smilingly says that he is his brother. Whatever anyone says, he will definitely help him. After this, he asks his mother when they have to leave. His mother tells that the child's condition is not good, so they will have to leave as soon as possible. Hearing this, Lin, without wasting time, goes to pack his things. At night, he is studying. Just then, his father comes to him. He explains to him that when he reaches there, he will use a new SIM card, so if anyone wants to contact him, let them know in advance. Lin says that he has already informed the necessary people, but actually, he had not told one very important person anything. The next day, interviews and tests were to happen in school. After finishing the interview, Lingong was thinking, where has Lin disappeared on such an important day? Just then, Shen, Ning, and Ming say that he had got a message at night. Lin had already left for Singapore with his mother. As soon as he hears this, Lingdong's heart sinks. The thing that hurts him the most is that Lin told everyone, but not him. After this, the written exam starts. As always, Lingong finishes his paper first. But this time, without worrying about the result, he directly runs towards Lin's home. He was hoping that maybe he would still find him there, but by the time he reaches, it is too late. Lin had already left in the car with his mother. Helpless, Lingong starts running behind the car and keeps calling his name. At that very moment, the story reminds us of an old scene. When as a child Lin was going abroad with his mother, even then Lingong was running behind his car like this. After years, history was repeating itself. The only difference was that this time both were much closer to each other, and this separation was much more painful than before. But just as that car had not stopped in childhood, in the same way it does not stop this time either. Lin goes with his mother, and Lingong stands on the road watching him go. After this, many days pass. Every place in school, the classroom, the sports ground, the canteen, Lingong starts feeling Lin's absence everywhere. He calls him many times, but his number comes switched off. The thing that bothers him the most is that Lin had not talked to him even once before leaving. On the other hand, in Singapore, Lin is admitted in hospital. His bone marrow transplant is successfully done. One day, his mother is feeding him soup. Lin likes the soup very much. Seeing this, his mother smilingly says that if he likes it, then she will make this same soup for him every day. Then she slowly brings up another matter. She says that his father is always busy with work, and his grandmother has also become old now, so there is no one there to properly take care of him. Then she asks him if he would like to stay with them in Singapore. She wanted Lin to continue his studies there and stay with his younger brother, but Lin does not give the answer to this question immediately. Meanwhile, in China, a new semester is about to start. On the first day of school, all students gather in the auditorium. The teacher announces that today is the first day of their last semester, and the most important time of preparation for the college entrance exam has started. She tells that today there are a total of 5 students present there. Just then, a voice comes from behind. "No ma'am, 6. Hearing this voice, all students turn around and look back. The door opens and Lin enters inside. As soon as they see him, the entire hall fills with happiness. His friends, teachers, and other students had thought that maybe he would never come back, but he had surprised everyone. Here, we are shown a flashback. When his mother had asked him if he would like to stay with them forever, Lin had told her that there are very important people for him in China. His grandmother is there, his friends are there, and above all, his father is there. He had said that his mother now has a new family, but his father has no one except him. This was the reason why he decided to come back. Hearing this, his mother also understands his words and says that she will not put any pressure on him. After this, the story comes back to the present. In school, Lingong is walking ahead being upset with him. Lin stops him and asks if he did not miss him at all. On this, Lingong sarcastically says that now he has a new class, new friends, and a lot of time to focus on studies. He did not miss anyone. But Lin immediately turns around and asks that if that was so, then why did he make so many calls and send so many messages? As soon as he hears this, Lingdong's anger bursts out. He says that when Lin had read all the messages, then why did he not reply? He also says that he told everyone while leaving, but not him. Then, for the first time, he openly accepts that he missed him a lot. As soon as he hears this, Lin suddenly hugs him. With that hug, all of Lingdong's anger slowly ends. Smilingly, Lin says that at least now he found out how much his friend cares about him. After this, he also tells him about his bone marrow transplant. Hearing this, Lingong gets even more worried. But Lin assures him that he is now completely fine. Time passes quickly, and finally the time of the final exam arrives. On the exam day, all students' parents come to drop them to school. Lin's father also gives him a lot of advice to read the questions carefully and write well. First, Lin listens to his words laughingly. But as soon as he is about to leave, his father calls him back and hugs him. Seeing this, his face also becomes emotional. At the same time, Lingong also arrives there with his mother. All students start moving towards the exam hall. The parents and teachers standing outside were continuously encouraging the students. Meanwhile, Lin, as always, is busy lightening up the atmosphere. He asks Shen how she came so early in the morning and what did she have for breakfast, then asks the same question to Lingong too. All friends enter the exam hall laughing and smiling. A few hours later, the exam ends. As soon as they come out, Lin first asks Shen how her paper went, but she says that she has stopped thinking about it now. Lingong also gives almost the same answer. Both of them were saying that now whatever had to happen has happened. After the exams end, one day Lingong is sitting with his bag and dozens of girls gather around him to take his books and notes. Lin, sitting far away, is surprised seeing all this. He cannot understand why such a crowd has gathered for old books. Then Ning explains to him that a topper's books and notes are considered auspicious for students. Everyone thinks that studying from them gives good marks. In just a few minutes, all of Lingdong's books are finished. The girls who get nothing become disappointed. Then someone remembers the class monitor and all run after him. During this same time, some girls also start praising Lin. They say say that when he came to school, he was quite behind in studies, but later he completely changed himself. Hearing this, Lin declares himself as the school's lucky star. What followed next? Some girls start asking for his books, autograph, pen, and even photos. The situation becomes so funny that Lin has to run away from there. After this, all students gather together for the last time. They get group photos clicked and then go to the school rooftop and sing songs. Hearing their voices, the other students studying below also come outside. Then the seniors decide to give them some last advice. First, Lin comes forward. He says that their school life has ended, but the juniors' journey has just begun. He teaches them that one should never be disappointed in life. After this, Lingong steps forward. He says that there is no need to be afraid of failure and loneliness, because every person goes through these circumstances at some point. Hearing his words, all the students present there go quiet for a moment, because they knew that their school life was truly about to end, and a new life was waiting for them. After this, Shen completes her words telling the juniors, as long as you keep working hard, you will have no regrets. Hearing her words, all students present there start repeating the same line together. As long as you keep working hard, you will have no regrets. Move forward, you are the best. Their voices echo throughout the school. Not just students, but all teachers too are listening to their words. After this, the story moves a little forward in time. Now all Friends' college life has started. Shen has organized her first solo art exhibition. Many people had come to see her paintings. All her friends were also present there, but Lingong and Lin had not arrived yet. Time was continuously passing and guests were also increasing. Finally, Shen has to start her speech. She is just about to go on stage when just then a video arrives on her phone. She plays that video on the big screen in front of everyone. As soon as the video starts, everyone is surprised because in it, Lin and Lingong are visible wearing spacesuits. It seemed as if both were present in space. In the video, Lin says with great pride, sending lots of best wishes from space to all our friends living on Earth. Then he further says, today our friend Shen has her art exhibition. Unfortunately, we are not present there, but we are sending her our best wishes from space. After this, pointing towards the camera, he says, as you all can see, we are in space right now. Saying this, the camera goes a little back, and just then the entire truth comes forward. Actually, both were not in any space station. They were sitting at home in front of the TV and recording with a space video as background. Seeing this, the entire hall rings with laughter. Everyone starts laughing loudly at their childish act. After the video ends, Shen smilingly says, Lingong, Lin, come out now. As soon as she says this, the crowd moves to both sides, and from there, Lingong and Lin come out and appear in front. Seeing them, Shen laughingly asks, why did you two do all this? Before Lingong can say anything, Lin immediately gives his explanation saying, this idea was not mine. All this was Lin's plan. Hearing this, Lin laughs. He says, we just wanted to surprise you. I thought that seeing us in space, you would be completely shocked. Then he adds in a joking manner, by the way, you are the first person in the world to whom best wishes have been sent from space. Hearing his words, Shen holds her head. Then moving towards both of them, she says, if you both like space so much, then why don't I send you back there? Saying this, she starts jokingly running after them. Seeing this, Lin and Lingong immediately start running away. Laughter echoes throughout the hall. Their other friends also start bursting into laughter seeing this scene. And with this laughter, friendship, and beautiful memories, their story reaches a happy ending. Their friendship that started in school days had become even stronger with time. Now all were moving towards their own dreams. But the bond between them was the same as before because wherever life took them, Lin, Lingong, Shen, Ming, Miso, Ning, and their other friends were going to remain the most beautiful part of each other's memories forever. And with this moment, the drama comes to an end.